Hi everyone, Miss Allison from the Barberton Public Library here, and today we are going to do some fairy tale science. All right, we're going to start with a story with these three guys right here. Can anybody guess which story this is? We've got 1, 2, 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And every day, these 3 Billy Goats like to go from this side of the bridge to this side of the bridge. Because over here on this side of the bridge, there was some yummy grass that they liked to eat. So every day they trip, trap, over the bridge. The only problem was there was a mean old troll that... Sorry, wrong troll. Only problem was there was a mean old troll that lived under the bridge. Brah! And every day he'd get mad at the Billy Goats. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? And they'd run across really fast. He threatened to eat them every time he did it. So today, we're going to see if we can figure out a different way for the Billy Goats to get across the river. All right, so we've got this bridge right here. And I have to tell you, if the troll got really mad, it wouldn't take him much to just bust this bridge up. And it just is going to fall all apart. And we don't have a bridge anymore. All right? All we've got is the river. So how do you think that the Billy Goats could get across this river in an easier way? Well, first of all, they could probably build a better bridge. So something that might be fun to do is if you've got some little Legos or some big Legos or some blocks or some other building materials, you could get a little bit of water in a pan, ask your parents, and then you could see if you could build a bridge to get yourself across so you're safe from this troll. You might want to try building it out of paper or out of cardboard. You can use anything you have at home and just see if you can build a bridge across. But what we're going to do today is we're going to use some different materials. I've got some popsicle sticks, some big ones, and then I've got some little tiny ones, and I've got a little piece of a foam that I cut up. And we're going to build a raft. All right, so I made a little raft here. You see, I put the 3 popsicle sticks together. I put those 2 on the back to help keep the raft together. Now, if you're going to build a raft to try and float your guys across the river, once you put it together, you need to make sure you let the glue dry. And you might have to let the glue dry overnight, or it might not work. It might fall apart because the glue will get too wet. So we've got a river, we've got our raft, we've got our Billy Goat here, and I'm gonna get the remnants of the bridge here out of the way. I'm gonna see if I can float him in here, and you guys are gonna maybe not be able to see, but I'm gonna lift the camera up so you guys can see what happened when I put the Billy Goat on there. It's kind of hard to tell, but you know what? The raft sunk to the bottom and the Billy Goat's just standing on it. All right, so if I pull it off, here we go. Now the raft's floated back up. So now the raft is floating on top of the water. All right, I bet you if I put my other Billy Goats, if I put one of these Billy Goats on the raft, it would probably float because he doesn't weigh quite as much as this guy does. So that's why I have this little piece of foam. All right, this foam, if we put it right here, we'd have to glue it on and then put it back in the water. The hope is that it'll give the raft a little bit more stability and it'll be able to float a little bit better. All right, so if you come to the library, you can pick up a craft bag, and in that bag it's got the 3 popsicle sticks and then the 2 little shorter sticks and a piece of foam, and you guys could take it home and you could try and build a raft. If you've got other stuff at home that you think might work, you can experiment with different things, just like you could experiment with different things for the bridge. And you can see if you can build a raft that will help float. It doesn't have to be a Billy Goat. It can be a Lego guy, all right? Or it can be a little character, all right? See if he'll float on the raft. This guy's actually floating on the raft pretty nicely right now. see if you guys can see him. There he is. He's floating real good on the raft. All right. So there's one more way that the billy goats could get across without bothering the troll. This story is called The Three Billy Goats Gruff, and it's by an author named Rachel Mortimer. Trip, trap. He was supposed to be asleep. Mr. Troll buried his head under his pillow and groaned. He looked back at the newspaper advertisement. Troll Paradise, fine river apartment with slimy toads and running Beetlejuice. What a bargain! He could have fallen for. How could he have fallen for it? What the advertisement had not said was noisy, underneath the only bridge from the Rocky Mountain to the lush green field. On the mountain next to Mr. Troll's bridge lived the Three Billy Goats Gruff. They loved to eat the lush green grass in the field by the bridge. It made their fleeces extra fluffy, important for Mother Goat's knitting business. The Three Billy Goats Gruff crossed the bridge twice a day. But this morning, Mr. Troll had a surprise for them. He put up a sign, "No trip-trapping over my bridge. Trip-trappers will be eaten." Little Billy Goat Gruff had not yet learned to read, so he set off as usual. He'd just put one hoof on the bridge when Mr. Troll leaped out. "I'm a troll with a very sore head. Stop trip-trapping over my bed. When I'm tired and feeling blue, there's nothing quite like little goat stew." Little Billy Goat was very scared and scampered back to his mother. Next came middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff. His hoofs were louder than little Billy Goat's. Mr. Troll leaped out again. "I'm a troll in a very bad mood. Waking me up is terribly rude. Middle-sized goat makes a lovely roast, or toasty pate upon my toast." Middle-sized Billy Goat raced back to Big Billy Goat. They were both too scared to cross the bridge. "We're telling our mom on you," they shouted. Mother Goat listened to her Billy Goats, and she thought about Mr. Troll. She knew what it was like to live without sleep. Little Billy Goat woke her up every night. That night, as she sat knitting booties from the finest Billy Goat Gruff, Mother Goat had an idea. The next day, Mr. Troll was waiting for them. "I'm a troll who's really cross. It's time to show you I'm the boss. When I'm tired, I need to eat goat and fries, my favorite treat." Big Billy Goat trembled as he handed Mr. Troll a present and a note from Mother Goat. "If you can hear us trip-trap by, then you can make 3 Billy Goat pie. But if we're quiet as tiny mice, you must stop being grumpy and start being nice." Little Billy Goat Gruff was the first to try out Mother Goat's plan. He shakily put on his hand-knitted booties. They were so fluffy, bright and yellow, his favorite color. Slowly, he stepped out onto the bridge. Mr. Troll listened from his bedroom. Nothing. Nothing. Middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff was next. His hooves were quaking as he put on 4 exceedingly fluffy booties. Pink, middle-sized Billy Goat was a real softy. Carefully, he stepped out onto the bridge. Mr. Troll had his ear pressed to the roof. He couldn't hear a thing. Finally, it was Big Billy Goat Gruff's turn. His booties had taken most of the night to knit. With 4 huge pom-poms on his hooves, Big Billy Goat stepped onto the bridge. Mr. Troll strained his ears. Silence at last. How had they done it? Mr. Troll came out from under the bridge. He looked at the 3 Billy Goats, Gruff happily marching in the grass in the field. He looked at his present from Mother Goat. Then he opened it. Inside were the fluffiest earmuffs he had ever seen. wrapped inside one of Mother Goat's special blankets. Dear Mr. Troll, we are very sorry for waking you up. We hope this gift helps you have the best sleep ever. Love, Mother Goat and the Three Billy Goats Gruff. That night, Mr. Troll drank a hot mug of beetle juice. He read his favorite bedtime story, and then he put on his big fluffy earmuffs and cuddled his soft green blanket. For the first time in his new house, he slept and slept. He dreamed of fluffy clouds, fluffy toads, fluffy Beetlejuice, and best of all, his new, quiet friends. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. All right, so there's another way that you can get across the bridge without making the troll mad. Wear soft shoes.